How's it going? What's up? There we go, we are live. I'm just going to switch to this and get into it. Not really gonna wait for a bunch of people to show up. I'm done setting everything up. Can make this bigger. Should probably move myself down here so that the code is more visible. Alright. So what are we up to today? This is the application. Refresh. Okay. So this is the conference application that I built for Momentum. And we want to try to add some more local first features. We kind of already do, so if I sign in like that, can get rid of that. Bookmarks. There. Bookmarks are all stored through Reflect. Feedback is also through Reflect, if I remember correctly, because I completely removed any other database that I had in this. Let's see. There is the feedback. Thanks for the rating. There. And where is it? Yep. So the session comes from Reflect, and that's where we do everything. We check if you've already rated it, so I can go back, changes to happy. Great talk. Submit. Ooh, we get a follower. Zika, how's it going? Friend, good to see you here. But what I'm really kind of struggling with, I guess, is if I sign out, I don't... Yeah, I lose access to all of this. So I want to retain access even if I'm signed out, which means we have to set up our Reflect connection regardless of whether we are signed in or not, which also means that the room ID cannot have the user ID. It has to have something else. Well, also, if I'm not signed in, I should probably not even connect to this server. We can have just everything run locally. So that's where I want to see. If I can still get this. So let's do this. Let's get rid of that. Do we need a user ID? Yeah, we need one. Which means we'll have to generate one. So if user ID doesn't exist, create one. And we'll have to store that locally. Okay, let's write a hook to do that. Do I still have continue on here? I do. Okay. Let's just use React use local storage. I'm just gonna borrow a hook that already exists. Never mind. Use hooks. Yeah, that's a good one. And it has local storage. Cool. Might have other stuff that I need. There's also, I think, React use, but this should be fine for us. Yep. let's get this in here. And then import this in here from, this should give me this local storage. Amazing. Dark mode please. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna say use local storage. I need to give it the keys. Key and initial value. Okay, so let's call this local user ID. And if there's no item, can I make this a function? I don't think so. So no initial value. And I have the local user ID and set local user ID. Oh, it's a tuple, right? Yep. And use effect. Local user ID. If local user ID doesn't exist, let's give it a value. Set local user ID, and we have to generate a random string here. I still have Cody running. Autocomplete. Generate a random ID for the user. Sure, we're gonna go with that. And let's console log local user ID. Okay, let's refresh. Oh, I shut down the server. And dev. Thank you. What concert are you at, Fran? You said you're at a concert or something? Actually, I don't even know if you're listening. Let's see. Cool. So we got a random ID, and even if I refresh, it should stay the same because it's on local storage. I can even do this, and it's still the same. Cool. Which means now we can use this as the user ID, and oh wait, it's a string. Come on. Hi. Sorry, it's my cat. And I'm gonna use that instead of the user ID. I'll also have to make sure that once the user signs in, you'll have to store that in the metadata somehow so they can access it from other devices. But here, if the user is not signed in, we're going to, we don't need the server, but we're gonna do all the same stuff. So my cat really wants treats, I think. Give me a second. Darren, how's it going? Long time no see. Tech support. Yes, this is Reflect. Reflect is very fun. Gives me a lot of Firebase vibes, but much better. Like instead of just being real time, it plugs into Reflect. The new gig, it's pretty good. I mean, other than the tech stack and the setup that they have, it's pretty fun. I'm actually I started working out of Union Hall, so if you're ever at Union Hall, let me know. I'm probably gonna be there almost every day, excluding Saturdays. Yeah, Union Hall is fun. Got my membership there like a couple days ago. You're there every Friday. Damn. I didn't. Were you there yesterday? Game Dev friend, he was like, why does JS get all the cool shit? That's fun. Man, yeah, Reflect is pretty much made for game developers. Except yesterday. Wow. Okay. Alright. I guess we'll see each other this Friday then. Or the coming Friday. Yeah, let me know when you're there. We'd love to hang out and chat a bit. It's been a while. Also, I completely missed the demo night event this month. I thought it was like later in the week. I didn't know it was the very first day of May. Because I was at Star Trek for May 2nd and 3rd. So I thought it was after Star Trek, but it was before, and that was a complete brain fart on my side. Okay, let's see if this works. So if I tried, I'm not signed in, but I can still add stuff to bookmarks. Perfect. And what happens when I refresh? Do I still have all of it? Perfect. Okay. Still have everything. And what happens if I sign in now? My local user ID should remain the same, so I should still have all the data. You're in SF for Tembo offsite. Oh, there was a Tembo offsite in SF? That's pretty sweet. Nice. Cool, local user ID is the same. And yes, all my stuff is still here. So I can also remove stuff from the bookmarks, I can change stuff. And if I refresh, it's all the same. If I sign out, it's the same. Cool. New investors are based there, that's good to know. I mean, I guess most venture investors are somehow in the SF area. Alright. I'm not connected to a server though right now, so I should also run next Reflect Dev, is it? Or was I running it with npx? Yeah, let's change this to bunx. There we go. Refresh. I'm not signed in. But once I do sign in, I should be connected. Kinda wanna leave Cincy? Oh no. That sucks. I mean, that's probably good for you, yeah. SF is a nice place. Definitely recommend living in SF for, I guess, just career growth, kind of. I'm kind of out of the DevTool, DevRel space right now, so I'm just trying to chill. I'm probably, if I'm moving out of Cincinnati, I'm probably gonna move somewhere a lot more boring. Yeah. Okay, so I have that. But what I want to do now is, if I log in separately, user ID must not be empty. Why is it empty? Whoops. Why is it empty? Open the DevTools. Oh, it's because it wasn't there initially. So I want to say if local user ID doesn't exist, then return. And I want to add that in here. When you start my own company again, I'll slowly move out there. Doesn't really make too much sense for me right now. That's fair. Okay. Okay, let's try that again. New incognito, localhost 3000. Still empty. Oh, because I want to return. Okay, let's try now. Look. Localhost. There we go. Okay, so I get a new ID. The behavior that I'm now interested in is what happens if I now sign in, because currently I don't have any data, so I don't mind the sign in just destroying this local ID, local user ID, and using the other one, using this one here. So ideally, I guess the simplest way to do it is just replace this local user ID with this one. What have you working in Smart Data? Co-founder was past company as an engineer there for a while, and my mentor was their CTO for a long time. Nice. I am working on an application for CareSource, so the healthcare provider. I don't know if I can say much more than that, but yeah, we're building an app. There's a bunch of projects. There's at least 2 projects that Smart Data has with CareSource. There's probably a few more, but that's the one that I'm on. It's pretty fun. This is like me at Smart Data is like basically what I was doing before Clerk, so I'm right in my wheelhouse. Just a boring goal. Let's build an app for a big company. Okay. So yeah, ideally I definitely want each user to have the same local user ID whenever they're connected. I'm guessing for now, if you already have an ID like this, like you're signing in, just to sync, we're just going to remove everything you have locally and get like not really deal with the merge conflicts for now. I'm going to I'll make a GitHub issue about that. I should just make that now actually. App. Let's see. So I have a bunch of stuff here. 10D networking, offline first sync capabilities. There we go. I'm gonna add a task here. Save local user ID on this server on first sign in, and then sync local user ID, I guess, like change local user ID to the one saved on the server. So this is technically not a local first tab, because there's at least one part where, yes, I have seen DXOS. Seems a little too big to use. Let me give some context behind this app. This is not like a fully local first app. Like this, it's not a local first app. It's a normal app with, and a small section of this app can be local first. So this is a conference app. Like we're getting the schedule for the entire conference. We're getting all the session details. We're getting the speaker details, all of that stuff. And that part is not local first. Like that's data on the server. We're not, or for now at least, I'm not putting that in the local storage or in my local database and getting it synced, because I know, like, we're not changing that data. It's the server has to be the source of truth, kind of, because it's coming from a different third-party service called Sessionize. And when we make any changes through Sessionize, we want the server to update somehow. So until there is a good sync engine integration on the server, like from on the server, I can say change this piece of data and it gets synced everywhere, easily at least. Can't really do that. So that's the server component part. That's where I guess like Next.js and everything comes in. But for the user features like bookmarking, like these are the ones that I want to attend, or this is what this is my feedback, or great talk, thanks for presenting, and stuff like that. Submit. This stuff, it can be local first, because that's something that's completely in user's control, and we're just syncing that to the backend. Which actually also reminded me that we actually do need to connect to the server even if they're not signed in, because we want their feedback, we want their rating and their feedback to still make it to the server without signing in. Or I guess that's a question I'll have to ask our team if we want to allow doing that. But for now, I guess if I sign out, okay, I still see it. So I'll put this in here, saved on the server on future sign-ins. Decide if sign out user should be able to provide, contributors can provide feedback. Update. Okay. That's a question for the team. I'll set that for later. Effect is so nice to implement shit like that, though. I'm playing around with writing HTFS and Effect. Yeah, Effect is really nice. At some point, I'll probably be using Effect for this stuff, but right now, I don't want to bring in Effect for more like something small, something side projecty. But there's 100% a future where every single project that I'm using has Effect, or that I'm building, whether it was side effect or something, or side project or something. Local first tech for what I'm building, but maybe I can tiny bit implement the diffing bit myself. Can just try implementing replicache for one tiny aspect. Yeah, exactly. So that's where my head is at, because a lot of apps that I'm working on or that I have worked on maybe in the past, I don't think they can be fully local first, but some sections of them, some features of those apps can certainly be very local first. So that's the part that I'm trying to kind of figure out, is how to best combine both of these worlds. I made a tweet about this a while ago. Let me find it. Little less. Yeah, terrible. Where is the search? I'll search for it later. But I made a tweet about this a while ago, saying that ideally we want, like, most apps have both server data that should live on the client and data that should live on the server and only cached to the client. It's just that all of our tooling assumes that we're building one kind of app and we don't have both in the same app. Pretend to have local first levels of perf with heavy IndexedDB caching. Yeah, so I mean that's basically like optimistic UI, some like Remix or some yeah, what Remix is promoting, like optimistic UI. That's basically what you get. That's basically what you have. We don't necessarily need IndexedDB for it, but yeah, you can use IndexedDB for caching across page loads. Also something that I'm interested in exploring, because the app that we're building at work, it can definitely use some device caching. It's already a PWA, so we're already assuming that it should be available outside of a network connection, but let's see if how much we lean into that at some point. Okay, so we have the local user ID. We're not connecting to the server if the user doesn't exist or if they're not signed in for now. Okay, what else do we need? That's pretty much all there is in terms of user features. Cache the entirety of your Tanstack query data in 1 KB pair, which was not ideal. Yeah, which basically means that if you want some data on a page to be cached, the user must have visited that page at some point. Like if the user goes to a completely new page, there's no data there. Like you have to fetch it from the server. But if the user has visited that page once, at least once, then you will have that data cached. Basically you need, and then like you still cannot do mutations unless you do some sort of write to cache, and then you're basically emulating a sync engine manually. Okay. So anything for Snappy UI? Yeah, that's true. So I guess if we don't have any, I'll work on that later. I'm gonna get rid of that. Let's see. We added the local storage. We updated this to be local user ID, using local user ID for anonymous usage. Okay. So we have this now. I don't want to go into more of these, like storing this on the server and then making sure on further sign in you see all the same data. So basically syncing across devices. I added tasks for that. That's not what I want to work on now though. So if we go to app momentum, oops, actually I want to go to git linear. Let's do that. Let me open this off screen so that I'm not leaking anything. Not that we don't use linear at work anyways, but anything else that I have. There we go. Okay. So there's our offline for syncing capabilities. Looks like I did not sync all of this. So I'm going to take that and put that in here. I keep forgetting that I have the GitHub sync turned on, so I can do these changes directly in linear instead of on GitHub. Okay, added these tasks. Let's make this full screen, and I'm gonna add like new tasks for this. So save local user ID on the server. Is this shit cal.com folks did think to sync GitHub issues and linear? I think this is built into linear. Linear GitHub sync. GitHub integration, yeah. This is built by linear crafted. I don't know what my cat is doing. Nah, I'm gonna leave that all. Anonymous user, that's basically what I'm working on. I guess I already did this. This is what I just did. I'm gonna mark this as done. Attendee networking. I do want to rewrite this in Solid Start at some point, but right now we're gonna stick to Next.js because ShadCN UI is pretty cool. Attendee networking. So I want to add attendee networking is the big feature, and speaker to speaker feedback is the other big feature. These are two big features that I want to add to this app. Is there a ticket for Speaker to speaker, yeah. Speaker to speaker program, sign up for sessions, submit feedback form, review the feedback they have received. Okay, how would we do this? So basically we want, first of all, we want to know who is a speaker when they sign in, and we want to give them something like a speaker role. And if they have a speaker role, they will have the option to sign up for the sessions. So let's try this out. Okay. On sign up, check if the user is a speaker. Speaker, assign a speaker role. Make this a bulleted list. Speaker should see S2S feedback tab page section on the app. Speakers can sign up for the S2S program once they do, S2S members see a list of sessions, list of sessions from other S2S speakers, and can select. Using Clerk custom roles? No, I'm using Clerk's metadata. Clerk's custom roles is a B2B feature, and this is not a B2B app. It might be a B2B app if I end up making this kind of like anyone can use it for their conference, which maybe at some point I want to do, but for now this is just momentum. List of sessions from other S2S speakers, and can select and can assign themselves to any number. Time slot conflicts would be nice to highlight. So if one of those sessions that a speaker can sign up for conflicts with their talk, it should at least clearly highlight that. It would be nice if the application knows that and it can highlight that. What else? Submit feedback form. Okay, so S2S members can submit feedback form for assigned sessions. S2S members can see feedback for their talk. This would be, I guess, fun to implement on Reflect. I would need a lot of rooms for this, because the point is like there's a lot of like, for example, the feedback that someone submits should only be visible to the person who's submitting. Should it be okay, should it be visible to the other speaker? Probably not. I'll have to check this with the team, because I don't know if we want to expose that feedback directly, or if we want to have it go through the organizers first. And all of this is really tough to do with Reflect. Man, I can't wait for 0 to come out. Yeah, I'm thinking Reflect is not a great choice for this app. I mean, I really like the DX and that the fact that it's based around Replicache, but the more I'm using it, and especially if we do the attendee networking part, I don't think Reflect is great for that. I'll have to use something else, which probably means I cannot use Replicache, because I'm definitely not gonna put the work into building a Replicache backend. And especially with that complex authorization system in there, so I'll probably have to use something else. I don't know, man. Local first it felt very limiting, very cool, hard to justify for anything you'd build. Yeah, I mean, it's for certain use cases it's pretty nice. Like you brought up games, it's really nice when you can model things into rooms where everyone who has access to a room can see all the data in there. But that's not most applications, is the problem. So my two options are, I either stick with Reflect and I try to model everything into rooms, or I go for something else, which might have a bit more overhead, because Reflect is very simple. Like the fact that I have a key value store with transactions, it's very nice. I want to avoid SQL as much as I can, but it doesn't look like I'll get to. The other thing I've been playing around with is Tinybase. This is the one that's actually very exciting, because it's an entire in-memory reactive database that's built in JavaScript. So just that fact, it makes it pretty cool and makes me want to work with it. But the thing is, the entire server layer seems to have a function of integrations. Yeah, it has persisters, but then how do I do auth in this thing? Okay, I know this is entirely client side, but when I'm persisting on a server, I want that server to have some sort of validation and authorization for the data. SQLite node, browser, CRDD, electric SQL, libsql. It's not obvious how to do Replicache style remote persistence with Tinybase. I mean, I'm assuming like this. You just plug in a persistor. So if we look at libsql, there's a persistent data guide. There we go. So create store session. This is a session persistor, session storage, and you just set auto load and auto save. So you just give it the credentials to whatever server database you want to use, and you can just say auto load and auto save, or manually .save and .load. But yeah, I guess it's not a sync, it's just a save and load. The server doesn't poke like Replicache does. You can maybe implement that yourself somehow. I know there's a PartyKit persistor. Where is it? I know they have probably in the releases somewhere. PartyKit. Okay. Local first and a sharing first, blah blah blah. Also benefit from room-based collaboration. Okay, so it looks like, yeah, PartyKits. There's I guess the sync that you have. PartyKit will send updates. Evolue and Verdant. I know about Evolue, I don't know about Verdant. Okay, let's see. Privacy, ease of use, no vendor lock-in. SQLite in all browsers, Electron, React Native. So, yeah. Again, this is not really that kind of a local first app. So, I really want to avoid CRDT and SQLite. I also want to, like, basically, first thing is that I want to see how far I can go without stuff like CRDTs and like SQL query languages. Like a simple key value is more than enough for most of these needs. And also like CRDT I don't really need CRDTs at all for this. What is Verdant? Am I seeing this? Dark mode. Framework and philosophy. Okay, that's interesting. Initialize there directly on the client. So client.post as put. Reactively update the UI. So I can subscribe to change to honor on this post. Okay, I can set some content. I guess I'm setting a key here. Did the music stop? Let's play it again. There we go. Post.set, post.get, .push. Save locally, sync to the server, even if I'm offline, refresh the page. Okay. What? A little plant on a shelf near my desk. It's no larger than the size of a dime. For years of water, but never changes. It neither grows nor dies, but it is alive. It's probably a plastic plant. Some living things must wait patiently for their season. Some living things only meant to be what they are. They are no less alive. I mean, from what you're saying, it's probably... I don't think it's alive. Okay. Approach software makes space... It aims to make space for these overlooked forms of life. Okay. Run your whole web app on user's device. Not really what I need. Work offline, leverage advanced functionality. Sure. Sync data between devices. Okay. Okay, so I can define a collection with fields. Or this is basically a schema. Right. And I can version them, which is good. Generate a client. I don't know about the sync story. Yeah. I mean, it's probably... I mean, these two, I'm guessing they have a sync engine. And this persister, it just sends updates. Which is not exactly sync. I mean, it is sync, but it's not like... There's no conflict resolution in here. I'm guessing the server data is the source of truth. Which is, again, fine. I don't need it much more than that. Module, server class, coordinating clients, and persisting store data to the party cloud. PartyKit client, API create connections. Okay, like that. And again, like, this is... There we go. Yeah, effect. Directly, you have to use effect to use a value, I guess. Yeah, I need something much simpler. New party socket, auto load, auto save. What is this? TS React Party Kit. Oh, there's a template. Okay. Wish they didn't call it effect. What did you prefer they called it? What's the name that you prefer? And there's no clock not yet a full CRDT implementation, no clock synchronization. Every write wins. Interesting. Transfer updates are at single cell, granularity conflicts are minimized. Yeah. Horizontal application is planned as this integration matures. Yeah, so this is almost like, I mean, for the use case it's fine, but again, what's the auth story like? I'm guessing since I'm connecting to a specific PartyKit room, I can run code on that PartyKit room, which gives me access to all the fun stuff. Yeah, PartyKit server. Let's see. Server portion of the integration. Okay, so that's my server. On start, on message, on request. This is where all my hooks would go into, but I don't see any like data auth or validation in here. Functions, broadcast transaction changes, loads from storage, has store and storage. Yeah, I don't think this has what I'm looking for either. That sucks. Imagine someone new googling use effect, how to use effect, 100% results or React posts. It has so many marketing issues, make your code observable, literally everything. It's literally like RxJS. I mean, yeah, the API with the, like all the functional operators and piping, it does look a lot like RxJS because of it. And both of them, like both Effect and RxJS kind of cover so have such a large surface area to them that the conceptual overlap is very small, but the API overlap seems pretty heavy. Nicola, how's it going? Thanks for showing up. Realize how confusing the docs were. I mean, if you're checking out the docs these days, they're still so much better than what the docs were like maybe like a year or 2 years ago. Like at some point the docs were literally just like direct API reference for all the modules that they have, and anything else is say go to Zio to check out what and the docs were bad. Yeah, like most of the docs were here's like the functions that we have, like the literal API definition, and anything conceptual that you want to learn, go to Zio. Which is fine, like for a library that has such a large surface area, like initially it's fine to not have that many docs, especially if a lot of your audience is like functional programmers or people who are already somewhat familiar with the concepts. Yeah, but I'm very happy to see where how better, like where the docs are now compared to 2 years ago. I'm gonna get some water. So I don't think Tinybase is it. Is it just gonna be Replicache with my own backend? Let's see. Don't really want to go there. Missing Electric SQL, I have, and I'm trying very hard to like do as much as I can without bringing in any sort of SQL. Yeah, I know it's local sync Postgres. Yeah. Effect is so nice when you're putting together all kinds of dumb things together. Recently doing a CodeGen watcher thing and barely had more than a handful of errors throughout the process of writing it. Yeah, I mean, we always used to talk about how like TypeScript brings a lot of type safety, but it's not runtime, so you're still gonna have to write like it's kind of like fake type safety. I think Effect really bridges a lot of that gap between like fake type safety and real type safety. Yeah, that's the thing I like about composability, is that you can write Django code, but as long as like your Django code is within like pure functions, everything's fine. Like it took me a lot of writing React and like listening to like trying to figure out what makes React so nice to eventually figure out why composability is a thing that that's really important for most code, for most applications. Okay, do I just give up on like reflect and replicache here and just do this regular RSC style and add a bit of caching on top of it? Like for a lot of this stuff, let's see. So if the user is a speaker, assign them a speaker role. This has to happen on the server, because only the server knows who the speakers are. Speakers should see this page. Okay, speakers can sign up for the program. Also kind of needs to go to the server. Like we need to know on the server who has signed up. You can always replicache. Write my own backend for replicache. See, the other thing is, I know I'm not gonna be using Reflect very soon. Like the company behind Reflect, Rocky Corp, they're building something new, which for me is definitely going to replace Reflect, and it's something that's going to be much easier to use, and all that. Like you've probably seen some of the recent tweets from Aaron, the guy behind it. Is it public info? It's public info that they're building something new. I don't know much beyond that, but if you are interested, definitely like shoot a DM to Aaron and like ask him to get you in on some of this stuff. And that's kind of like, I really wish I had that now. Like right now, it would make this app so much easier. Although that said, I don't know much about it. Members can see a list of sessions from other speakers. So, okay, how would we model this as rooms? A lot of this stuff just happens on the server, but so all of this. So there's going to be a room for everyone who is in speaker to speaker, where they can all see each other's sessions. Assignment though. I guess the other thing is, it's fine to keep the assignments in the same room as well, but just not show it in the UI. So even if it does get synced to the user's device, like we don't necessarily have a problem with them like inspecting or like going into IndexedDB and somehow getting that information out. Sockety? What is Sockety? I don't know what that is. What is Sockety? Oh, it's a WebSocket server. Yeah, I don't really need WebSockets again. I mean, WebSockets would be nice, but the main idea is that I just want all of this data on the client, or as much of this data on the client. Or do I? Let's see. List of sessions that they can assign themselves to. They can submit the feedback. they can see the feedback. Maybe. So one room for like the entire thing, and maybe one room for each assignment. Yeah. And they are going to like switch between rooms, so it's not like the user is going to be connected to multiple rooms at the same point. So I'm not really like going beyond their what's it called, their pricing model, because I know Reflect prices based on how long the user is connected to a single room. So if I have a user connected to multiple rooms at the same time, that's a problem. But if each room is on a different page, then it's probably fine. Then it's basic. There's not really too big of a difference between staying on one room or going between multiple rooms. Then rooms basically become how we do auth. Doing Twist, thanks for the follow. Or do I just do this the Odyssey way? I know I'm constantly conflicted between how much I want to do through local first and how much I want to do through just regular server data. Again, list of sessions is another thing that exists on the server and cached on the client. So that's not something that we can't really store on client and sync. This is just something that will be cached, not synced. Every single time I thought I needed local first in my platform, I feel IQD plus persistence in the end. Yeah, I'm kind of afraid that that's where this entire exploration of mine is gonna go. That's basically what I'm afraid of happening right now. Let's see, let's start implementing at least. I'm spending too much time just thinking on it. If it doesn't fully work out, I'll rewrite it with a regular database and React Query. But for now, let's create a S2S page. So S2S page.tsx. Oh, it's a folder. Fuck. Page.tsx. I am. Let's see, what do we have as the layout? Nothing? Oh. Export default async function S2S page. Return h1. Hello speaker. Next app router where you work? No, we use Remix. And I'm very happy for that. I think Remix is going to give me a better implementation of server components than Next.js. I don't really like how aggressively Next.js tries to cache everything. Research Dev, how's it going? Damn, fun name. Okay. How does it do a filter through Ryan's brain? Which Ryan? My day is going okay-ish. Not that bad. Okay, so instead of schedule, I'm gonna get rid of suspense. Hello speaker. Florence, of course. Yeah. Okay. If they have opted into S2S, I should just show if opted into S2S, show assignment table. If not, show button show info and sign up. Okay, so let's work on this. Let's see, text SM, no, sure. Let's see, what do you come up with? Never mind. Copilot has no idea. Sign up for the speaker to speaker feedback program, and a button. Button. Thank you. No. Enter. Is this for practice or going somewhere with it? This is an application that I'm building for Momentum. So if you go to app.momentumdevcon.com, oops. This is the app that I'm building. Here you can see the entire schedule for the conference. You can save any of them to bookmarks. You can see the details here, and if you're signed in, you're able to provide feedback for this talk, for any talk in here. So that's what this app is. I'm working on enhancing it. So it's kind of for practice as well. You know what? I'm gonna add more padding. Oh, my cat is here. Let's do this instead. And let's give it hi cat. You probably don't see it, and I can't really move my camera, so she's here. You might hear her voice at some point. MY4, that looks good. Okay. Placeholder information about S2S program. I wanna participate. Okay, and clicking on this, hover something. Where is the oh, I guess there's no word dropping yet. Okay. And if I have participated, I want to show a table. Assignment. Okay, so this is basically what is this? The session, the speaker, the time slot, and if we are assigned for it. So th speaker session room I guess everything, room category. What do I have in terms of information? I have all of this. Let's just go to the schema and let's see what we have. So session, oh no, session pro, where do I have data? There we go. Oh no, sessionize. Okay. So for the session, I have description, category items, room ID. Oh, I forgot how annoying the category item system is. Get back to work. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. So I have level, tags. Instead of, I'll just do session, and I can just display this entire thing. Don't need them to be like each separate row. Actually, this can just be a list like this. Yeah, this doesn't need to be a table. Just gonna copy this grid here, which means app page. I have the schedule here in the schedule page, and for each time slot I am rendering sessions, and for each session I'm rendering session with bookmark. Let's see, this is okay, that's just the thing. I'm gonna copy this in S2S. Session with bookmark. I'm gonna copy this. This is a use client, right? Yeah, this is the use client. So copy. Let's create a session .tsx use client, not client, client, and S2S session. I do have a session. Gonna grab it from Sessionize for now. I don't have bookmarks. What I'll have is this person assigned, which would probably come from the server, but no, this would come from Reflect. So use assignment. Use bookmark is currently a hook, so I basically need the context for setting the reflect stuff. And the component, where's the component for? The component is just the button. Yeah, the component is just a button. So basically all the same setup, but instead of bookmark we have assign. So let's just copy this. Let's copy all of it. Okay. Create context. Mutators. Toggle bookmark, rate session, review session. This is what I'm using for this. Okay. But in a different room, we would be calling different mutators. So I'm gonna call this, probably need a separate mutator. Because mutators are global technically, but you run a mutator on a specific room, which means I can have all the same mutators in here. So let's say export type session S2S assignment. Mason, what's up? It's going good. Thanks for showing up. It's going great. Just trying to build this app for momentum. Did you sign up for Momentum, by the way, Mason? we just opened up our CFP, so if you're interested, submit a talk. I'd love to see some more talks from more people. I especially want to get some of the startup crowd at Momentum. We're a little too enterprise heavy for my taste. Literally just saw. Yeah, please submit. Okay, for our S2S assignment, what do we have as data? We just have, this is for a specific person. So here's the session ID, here's if we have bookmarked it or not, and whatever rating we have provided. So this would also just be ID, string, and I think that's pretty much it. If you assign yourself to a session, you get it here. If you remove it, we just delete it. So you can maybe change this to S2S assignments, and make it, can we store arrays in this? Support chatbot, signing up for talks for the back half of the year. Yeah, that's a great idea. Building our Next.js app, a support chatbot that uses Pieces. That's nice. I didn't know Pieces was had some sort of like you can build a chatbot that uses Pieces. How would it use Pieces? Like, would it use like my local, like if I use the chatbot, is it using my local Pieces OS? Or like, is it talking to your Pieces knowledge base somewhere else, like it's connecting to it, and then that's how the support, I guess that would make more sense. Let's see, you have an SDK to tap into your local Pieces OS. That's nice. I think I knew that, I just forgot about it. Oh, I have it open here. Data modeling. Can I put arrays in here? Why does this keep happening? There's a Rails with me. I guess it gives all the CRUD operations. Not really sure if I can put arrays in. I'm guessing yes. I'm just gonna try, I guess. Assigned IDs, assigned sessions, and it's going to be string array. So async function assign session. What is reflect? Reflect is kind of like Firebase, but it uses Replicache, which is a sync engine, which means all your data can be stored on device. So for example, I'm just going to show this here. I have here data for the bookmarks. So this is the app for Momentum, and I can go in here, I can add any of these to bookmarks, I can go in them, and I can provide feedback. So all the data for the bookmarks and the feedback, it's stored locally. So if I go to application, go to IndexedDB, I guess I can't really view the database from here, but yeah, all the data is stored locally, but then it's also synchronized with the server in real time. So any updates that I make are going to be Reflect is going to send them to a server, it's going to be saved in there, and then any other devices or any other clients that are connected to the same data or same room are going to get that update in real time. So it's nice for building like anything offline first, local first, multiplayer, collaborative. Yeah, it's a pretty fun project, but I can't wait to get to use something better, honestly. Okay. Where was I? Yeah, assign session. Super fast, and then since it pulls from the cache. Yeah, that's kind of the main idea, that all your data interactions happen locally in memory, so you're never going to see a loading spinner. Like earlier when I didn't have reflect, I clicked on the bookmark and it took like a solid while for it to to see that notification, to see this highlighted, because it went to the server and it came back and then it made all the changes, and I didn't have optimistic UI. So with reflect, it just change updates in memory, and then it saves to IndexedDB and it synchronizes with the server. And I can do this like that. So this is kind of like given to me out of the box. Again, kind of like Firebase. Yeah, optimistic UI is nice. The other thing I want is, right now I'm not signed in, so none of my updates are actually synced to the server, I think. Let's see. Wait, I was still getting the... Oh, so I think what's happening here... Let me actually shut down the Reflex server. I'm not even connected to a server right now. And I think I'm seeing this synchronizing. Yeah, this is happening purely on top of like IndexedDB, I think. Yeah, so this is IndexedDB doing that syncing. But if this were two different devices, or two different like browsers, that's when it would be over WebSockets. So I have like kind of anonymous users, which means you don't need to sign in to do all of these things, and everything just through Chrome. Yeah. So everything is only stored locally, and it's only when I sign in we're going to make a connection to a server and synchronize everything. So you can like synchronize across multiple devices. Or for the features like we have here, like speaker-to-speaker feedback, where we need some sort of... It's not really collaborative. I still don't... Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna use Reflect for this part. It's gonna use something normal. Damn. Do I have to pull in like a regular database? That sucks. Would you be able to see if someone bookmarked your event? Currently we don't have that the like special speaker login, where as a speaker you sign in and you see all of that stuff. Might. That's a good idea. I'll bring that up with our team and see if we can enable something like that, if our speakers would find that helpful. That hey, you can sign in as a speaker and see how many people bookmarked your session. That'd be a fun thing. Can you try Firefox? I don't think I have Firefox installed on this. Also, if right now I use a different browser or something, it's gonna give me a different local user ID. So all the data for, like if I use a different device or a different browser, all the data is going to be stored completely separately. I'm on Windows. Yeah, all the data is going to be completely separate. I'm working on, or I added something in here for, like once I sign in, the server should know here's how the data is stored, and then if I sign in on a separate device, that's when it kind of like synchronizes those IDs. Anyways, it's almost a little annoying at this point. Yeah, I'm gonna start building the speaker-to-speaker stuff without any without the local first capabilities, at least for now. Let's see how far we can go. I'm gonna bring in Vercel KV for this. So and retrieve JSON data, blah blah blah. Where are the docs? Quick start. NTMI, Vercel KV. I'm actually gonna start with on storage. Okay. Ban install on storage. Let's create storage. Okay. Let's create a store.ts. Export const s2s store is create storage. Do I have to pass in options? What options do I have in here? I'm just gonna check documentation. Driver, okay. That's the only option I can provide. Get item, get items. Okay. Cool. Let's stick to this for now. Const assignments equals await s2s store dot get item. Let's just skip. This is a key. We also need to know who the current speaker is. So right now I'm gonna say assignments slash speaker ID. Let's make this interpolate and let's say const speaker ID is speaker 1. I'm going to get that out of auth maybe. Storage value, what do we have in assignments? Dot toString local string value of, okay, it doesn't have a type. Can I specify a type? I can specify a type. So this should be an array of strings for now. And if I don't have assignments, I guess that's how I can say that the speaker is not in the program. So if assignments exists, show the assignment stuff. If not, show this stuff. And I can create a format here. Form. Make this type submit. And form action. Once the form is submitted, use server. I'm going to do exactly that, but with no sessions. I'm going to just set an empty array. Wait. Oh, this is async. Revalidate page, validate path, s2s. Cool. Let's see if this works. Failed to compile. What failed to compile? This page? This page. Oh, yeah. And then get rid of that. Not using reflect for this part. What did I change here? Nothing. Okay, cool. Get just slow. What did you fail to compile, my sir? I guess it's having trouble with UnJS. Oh, I already run that. Run dev. And I don't need reflect for now. That makes sense. Let's go to /s2s. There we go. Okay. So when I click I want to participate. Okay, cool. That's gone. Which means here I can say not assigned. Thank you for participating in the S2S program. Do I see that? Huh. What did it do? Console.log assignments. Assignments. Okay, right now it's null. Why is it null? Oh, it's an empty array. Oh, I guess I didn't give it a... I do need to give it a driver. What drivers do I have? On storage... Let's see... Drivers... I'll use Vercel KV. Right now, let's just do this. This is my favorite way. Oops. Oh, need to import it from here. Cool. Okay, I should have a temp file at some point. Now, if I click this, there we go. And if I refresh, I guess it's, oh, there we go. Temp. Let's make this dot temp. So we can delete this and we can add it to getignore dot temp. There we go. Okay. And speaker 1, empty array. Cool. So we have our database. A very nice small database. Very fresh. Okay, I participated. And at some point maybe I can sign out of it or opt out of it. I don't think I need to worry about that now. Okay. Now I want to see all the speakers that have signed up. So I also want to store another thing here. Transactions, this is where it gets tough, doesn't it? Yeah, so instead of this, let's start to do some data access here. We want, so instead of exporting this, I want sign up speaker async function sign up speaker with the speaker ID. It should be a string. Oops. Let's say await s2s store dot set item. So this is what I have now. But instead of doing this, I actually want to get a list of all the speakers that have signed up. Which means s2s/speakers. Let's get it first. Const sign up speakers s2s/speakers, and yeah, if it exists, if it already includes speaker ID, they have already signed up, and then we can do this. Is it null? Okay. So either this or an empty array. Oops. Give me 1 second. Got a call. Huh. Cat. Oh wow. I have to adjust the green screen a bit. Give me a second. Alright. Who did I get a call from? Okay. Yeah, speaker already signed up. Damn, cat is really annoying. Okay. Export async function get signed up speakers, and it's just gonna do that. Cool. So now we have get signed up speakers, we have sign up speaker. Instead of this, let's do const get signed up speakers. Like that. And const is speaker signed up. Yep. This is what we use here. And here we're just gonna say sign up speaker. Speaker ID. Cool. Alright, wanna participate? Thank you for participating. Nice. Alright. So once I am signed up, now I want to see all the sessions of people who have signed up. So I'm gonna grab that from sessionize, same way I get it here. With get data, there we go. Get data from sessionize, and I only want sessions. Okay. Const, what do we call it? Sign up sessions. Sessions.filter speaker.id speaker. Okay. Console.log signed up sessions. Well, it's going to be an empty array because the speaker ID obviously doesn't exist. So let's console.log sessions.map. Let's see speakers. Okay, let's grab one of these. I'm gonna grab that. Gonna set that as my speaker ID. Okay. Now if I click this, and I can get rid of this. Okay, there we go. Now I see one of the signed up sessions. Nice. ID, title, description, everything. Which means I can now plug this into this thing here. Don't need you. Props with children. Let's see. So for now, let's do all of this in server component land, if we can, which means copying this. Class name, don't need that. CLSX is bookmarked. This should be is assigned. So count is assigned equals false for now. So there we go. And I want to see my page. I need all of this. In here. Okay. Link, session ID, sure. This needs to be signed up sessions.map. Signed up sessions.map session, and let's put all of this in here. And I can give this key session.id. Okay. Can have the link. Yeah. Well, I completely brain farted and missed the demo night for this month. But yes, thanks for stopping by, Mason. I do need the rooms. Bookmark component, gonna comment this out. This will be a sign component soon. Speaker component, where does this come from? This is, we are getting data here and we are showing an image. I guess I don't have this data in here. I only have speakers, which I'm guessing, yeah, that's a speaker ID. So I'm gonna need this component in here. Just gonna copy and paste this. Some duplication is fine. What are you mad about? Oh, image. Need to import image from next image. So you're happy? Okay. Categories are also in here. Okay, that looks good. Let's see what we get. Perfect. This should be in a box. Why are you not in a box? That's why. How do we okay, it's a different parameter. Okay, so CLSX, we have this and then we have that. There we go. Okay, so these are sessions available for sign up for S2S, and we can assign ourselves to any one of them. If I click, I should see the session data. Yep, perfect. Go back. Here I can assign myself to this session, which means let's bring back the bookmark component, but instead of bookmark, what does the bookmark component look like? It has all the logic and it has a button. So let's just put this button in here. Don't have an on click. This is going to be a form. Title is speaker signed up, or is assigned. And I need a good icon for assignment. Font awesome. Give me a good icon. Assign. Harassing. No, that's not what I asked for. Add. What's a good icon for assignment? Icon for assignment. Oh, something like that. Edit. Pen. Okay, one of these could work. Board? No. Copy? No. I guess I'll just have to traverse through. Pen to... What are different pen to options? Pen to square, that's it? Okay. Pen to... Oh, I don't have those. Let's do pen square. Okay, there is my button. Looks horrible. That's all the class name that I had here. Okay. Can make this very big. Let's make it padding 20 or something. Oh. I guess the icon is the only thing that has the background. So if I do something like that, yeah, now I'm gonna see that. And the button needs to be in flex with everything. So dot flex, and I take everything else and put it in here inside a div. There we go. P20 is probably too much. 10. And let's make this class name grow. Okay. Doesn't look the same though, right? There's more gaps here, I feel like. So many flex boxes. Okay, that's fine. Let's leave that there. And this is the button that we use to assign. So let's make this rounded. Assign to me for now. Oh, that's huge. No thanks. Just assign. What if I do that? I guess I can't get them on the same line. I'll have to make it a flex. Create a bit of gap. And now I need to deal with the vertical spacing, which is audible as usual. Can I give this a size? What sizes does it want? 20? Is it pixels? Yeah, it seems like pixels. Okay, let's get rid of this. Top and square, that's it. Variant maybe? No? Okay. It's not the icon I was looking for, but I guess I don't have much else. I'll have to go through a different React Icons library. We'll go with this for now. I'm gonna give up on my idea to have it like wrapped like that. So I'm just gonna basically go back to bookmark item. Assign to me. Is assigned. Already assigned. Assigned to me. And that's what we're gonna use here. Pixel is too big. Let's get that out. Make this CLSX. Okay, and now we're gonna say, oh, there we go. What is Tailwind, or what is Copilot trying to do? Border gray. If it's assigned. Let's make this a form. Action. Async function. Use server. Okay. This would be type submit. And now I want to go to the store and say export async function, assign session to speaker, session ID and speaker ID. Cool. Let's do a sessions, assigned sessions. A global array for assigned sessions. Interesting. Do we want a global array for assigned sessions? Or do we want a speaker scoped array? Const assigned speaker assigned sessions. This would be Come on, Copilot, do your magic. Okay. S2S slash... nope. This would be S2S slash speaker ID. Okay. And for that speaker, this is a list of all the sessions they have assigned to themselves. If it already includes, throw an error and then set it with this new session ID. Cool. And let's get speaker assigned sessions, which is that. Cool. So let's on speaker assigned sessions is that. It's an array of strings. Cool. And is assigned should be, I'll have to make this a normal function with a return. Return this, which means I can move is assigned inside this function, and I can say is assigned is that, exactly that. Cool. And if it is assigned to me, or once I do assign it to myself, yes, do that. Nope. I need to import assign session to speaker. And here I can say await assign session to speaker, and then revalidate path. Why do I have so many console logs? Okay. Assign to me. I think that worked. Let's get rid of that first. Let's console speaker assigned sessions, empty array. Session already assigned to speaker. Interesting. It's already assigned. Why am I seeing empty arrays? Why is this happening? S2S slash speaker ID is what we're setting here, but here we don't get it for some reason. Do we not pass in the correct ID? You know what? I guess this is problematic. We should call it should make it an object, because it might have been reversed. Yeah, let's do that. And in here we'll do this. Okay, cool. Because I'm guessing the IDs got mixed up. Yep. S2S assignments. Let's clear everything. And let's go to slash S2S. Let's participate. I say this now. Can I assign to me? Already signed. Cool, perfect. That's exactly how I want it to work. And I guess if it's already assigned, we remove the assignment. So we're gonna have to add some sort of error handling and extra logic on top here. Also, I shouldn't see my own talk here. Can't do that right now because right now I've hard-coded the speaker ID. But that's basically the idea. Okay. Let me take a screenshot of this so that I can send it to the team. Wait, what's happening to my stream? Where did my camera go? Oh, I wasn't sharing my screen this whole time? Oh wow. I guess good thing no one's here. Not that one. Not that one. Where is my camera? Some reason it got disconnected. Yeah, not sure what's happening with my camera. I guess I'll debug it later. That's a good note to end on. Thanks for everyone who showed up. And I'll probably stream another time.